Sounds True presents Mindfulness Meditation for Pain Relief. Guided practices for reclaiming your body and your life. With the founder of the Stress Reduction Clinic at the University of Massachusetts Medical Center, Jon Kabat-Zinn.
Let's take a moment and just tune into how things are for you right now. Since you are already playing this introduction to the program, obviously you are ready for something. So let's just see what it might be like to drop into this moment as it is, however it is, with full awareness. Together, you in your experience and me in mine. First of all, can you notice the sound of my voice as I'm speaking? And the sound and feeling inside yourself of silence and wakefulness when I stop talking, or even underneath my talking? Can you notice any other sounds that may be coming to your ears as I stop speaking? Sounds in the room, from outside, from nature, whatever they are. Can you experiment with just being aware of them for a moment or two as sounds, not even naming them or wondering about their source? And can you also be aware of the air that is bringing them to your ears? The air around your body. The air that you're breathing. What about your breathing? Can you notice that? The feeling of the air coming into your body and leaving your body with every in-breath and out-breath? Can you feel the breath sensations in your body with this in-breath, with this out-breath? What about a sense of your whole body? Can you be aware of your whole body sitting here or lying here, breathing? Just seeing if that is possible, without even trying, just by noticing. Aware of the entirety of the body sitting or lying here, breathing. Now, can you single out one place or region in your body that is not hurting at all in this moment? And if so, just seeing if you can be aware of how it feels, of the sensations in that region, maybe along with the feeling of your breathing. And can you be aware now of one place in your body that is hurting at the moment? Even for the briefest of moments, can you turn toward that place and the intensity of the sensations with even the tiniest bit of openness? Just a peek, a quick toe in the water, and then out. What was that like? How is it right now in the aftermath of turning toward pain or discomfort? If you are able to bring awareness to any of those aspects of your experience for even the briefest of moments, and just feel whatever you were able to feel, you are already well on your way to developing a new and potentially healing relationship with your pain, and even more importantly, with your own mind and body. And if you found that brief exercise to be challenging and not very satisfying or even promising in this moment, well, that is exactly why this program in mindfulness meditation for pain relief contains a whole set of guided exercises that you can work with to develop and deepen your natural-born ability to find new ways of being in relationship to pain and suffering, and a new freedom to live your life with greater quality and ease. If you are listening to this program, the chances are that your life is in some way or other shaped by pain and the suffering, both physical and emotional, that usually comes along with it. If so, here are two things you might want to strongly keep in mind from the very beginning of our work together. One, you are not alone. And two, learning to live with pain that will not easily abate or go away is possible. Tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people have discovered that living with pain is a process, a minuet of sorts, maybe not to the tune you would have chosen if you were entirely in charge of how things unfolded in your life, but nevertheless workable in some wonderful and very freeing ways, especially if you are willing to do a certain amount of work yourself. And good news, there's no one right way to do this work. There's no cookbook recipe, no one-size-fits-all. Everybody is unique, and everybody ultimately finds their own way to live and live well in the face of the difficult, the challenging, and the unwanted that arises for all of us sooner or later in this life. So your unique experience, including the particular difficulties you face and have to work with, become part of the work of mindfulness itself, rather than being obstacles to being mindful and the pain relief that mindfulness can lead to. With this attitude, there is no way to fail, really, because we're not trying to force anything to be other than it is. Only hold it in awareness. Out of that, the pain and our relationship to it can change profoundly. There is convincing evidence from pain studies that the greater the intensity of the distressing sensations, the more awareness strategies are beneficial and the less distraction strategies are effective in bringing relief. Tuning in trumps tuning out. World-class endurance athletes, for instance, know this intimately and tend to monitor their body's sensory experience moment by moment by moment during training and competition. Our clinical evidence suggests that the same is true for medical patients with chronic pain conditions. If you are listening now, in all likelihood you are very much ready and motivated to do this work, perhaps because the other options you have tried have only been beneficial to a degree, if at all, and the pain is still seriously eroding the quality of your life. I use the word work, but in actuality, mindfulness is as much play as it is work. It is a throwing yourself into the dance, whether the music is always of your choosing or not, as something of an experiment, an adventure in reclaiming your life to whatever degree is possible. And we cannot know what is possible unless we throw ourselves into the process as wholeheartedly as we can in any given moment and give it and ourselves a fair chance, and then see what happens. We will be learning from life, and one of the things that we will be learning and experimenting with is that even the pain itself, Perhaps what we sometimes feel is our worst enemy can eventually become our teacher and ultimately our ally and friend if we can